talk about the JUCO transfer, Jamie Thompson, and what he brings to the program?
Excited he's here. Now, again, he's had a couple minor little nagging things, groin, got nicked up one day with just a hit where we held him out a couple days with some concussion issues that were minor. So, but when he's been full going good, he's looked good, and we're excited about that. But again, he's only got a short period of time. He's got a lot of work to do. I thought this last week has been his best week. That's Jensen and John's getting ready to crank it up out there. It's pretty. Can you feel the buzz? So, but he's been good, and I'm encouraged. But like so much of our team, there's a lot of good in this team. There's been a lot of good work. It's not phony work. It's been very competitive, but it's got a long way to go, and that's where I think Jamie is. I like a lot of things. He had a couple minor setbacks where a couple workouts, he had to miss, a couple practices he had to miss minor, and that doesn't hold him back, but that's not ideal. But again, he's also been here a short period of time, and he's going to be here for May. He needs a great summer. He'll be in the mix. Our secondary will be more than 2 deep, and we'll need that to play well next year.
How do you feel your quarterbacks did today?
Excuse me?
How do you feel your quarterbacks did today?
I guess okay. I don't know. We got on scoring zone a few times and maybe didn't complete and finish. Looked early. Richard started very well, and I was very pleased with his poise and a couple times with pressure, getting rid of the ball, and didn't think he forced a lot of things. I thought at the end, Danny had a couple nice drives. He's been pretty consistent. Austin's got some talent. Again, didn't have maybe as many good opportunities today. But right now, again, we'll keep it going on. But both Danny Cameron, and Richard Lago have really kind of maybe got the bulk of it down the stretch, and long way to go with that. Austin King still has a bunch of talent, and again, it'd be exciting to get Xander back in the mix because he's the guy that's made the most plays. So we'll need a good May and a good summer. But they've had a good spring.
Any separation at all there? One or two guys maybe really pulling themselves ahead of the field.
Well, I think because of and sometimes it's just circumstances. Like I thought like Lego today had a very good first drive, and then the second drive he just overshot a go ball. Second down we missed the block. It was 3rd and long, and 3rd and long he got flushed out of the pocket and didn't have a bad play, and it was 3 plays and out. So sometimes the play opportunities make you look better than you are, worse than you are. But Richard Lago's arm strength, talent, and he settled down, got better. Danny Cameron's experience probably had them a little bit ahead of where Austin is, but it's not because of Austin's talent. Austin's skill set is as high or higher than those. So right now, just based because they're a little bit older, Austin's a first-year freshman, and those other guys have got a couple years on the belt of college, just older, and they're a little bit more mature right now. But they'll need good summers. We're still not where we need to be, but I think you guys probably saw some things. You can see they can do some things.
How about the defense forcing the 3 takeaways? Good for them, bad for the offense, maybe.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's good to see, and that's been something again. Did you have to push ups there? Did you get it right?
I said takeaways.
Okay, just double checking. Because we're going to have to all hit it here.
That's okay. I can handle it.
But no, it's good. You need to get the ball. We've been a pretty good turnover, protect the ball offense. Matter of fact, in the Big Ten is a very fundamental league, very well coached league. And if you look at the Big Ten Conference creates less turnovers because the Big Ten teams don't turn it over as much. A lot of guys play a little closer to the vest. Ball's not in the air as much with certain teams. And so it's nice to create. It was nice for Marcus Oliver to get the strip. Like last year, we had the fewest fumbles in our league, so we take care of the ball pretty good. So that's nice to see. I hope it's not a trend. Our offense is getting sloppy. And it's good to see defense. And I know Coach Allen would tell you he wanted 5, so he's disappointed they didn't get 2 more. But we didn't have a lot of plays today.
Is confidence the thing you're seeing too on that side of the ball? Are you seeing maybe just a little bit more pep in their step?
I think so, and I think I want to attribute to Coach Allen and and the way we're doing things. I visited with him, and we spent 3 hours talking about how do you get people to believe and play hard and have passion, and how do you get the coaches to buy in and the players to buy in, and it really just starts with him. I think he's got just a great personality where he has a lot of self-confidence and not by any means ego, but things he believes in, his style, the way he's been raised, his morals, his values. He brings a lot of energy every day. He brings a lot of uplift every day. He doesn't accept it when it's not good, and he's been very consistent. I think the kids buy that, and it starts with him. It's filtered through his staff. I think he's done a great job of getting the staff to embrace it. You got to be yourself. Every coach is different, but it starts with him, and I'm very excited and happy with what I've seen. And I think our whole team's more confident, but in particular defense, I think also the defense is going against a pretty good offense. And when they're having success, I think that's giving them some self-confidence, self-esteem. But a big credit to Coach Allen, what he's bringing for us.
Hopefully nobody did tonight. We'll get to the spring. Can you do some injuries and Camiel surgery?
Yeah, Camiel had surgery yesterday, and he's back here. Got back here today, and he did need an ACL repair. Those things typically going to be 5 to 6 months, so that'll get him into September, October, based on timeline and recovery. Everybody's different. He is a strong guy. He is innately strong, so time will tell. That's a little bit unfortunate. And again, he was injured in a non-tackle drill. And so that's just one of those things. Outside of that, our team has been very, very healthy. Dan Feeney had a little took out a bone spur that he had. It was from a surgery he had before. Dutra's on schedule. I mean, everyone, and we knew we were doing that procedure with Dan Feeney in January when we came back. Here's your plan. Here's what we're doing. We had T.J. Simmons, who's coming off knee, just had a cleanup. And when they went in, hey, it looks better than we thought. Your knees, you had a surgery a couple years ago. It looks good. So every kid we had is kind of probably where they're supposed to be or better. And the only thing in spring that is of note is what happened there with Camiel. Outside of that, our team is on track where we're going to think. I think 3 kids have limitations in May, and outside of Camiel, we think everybody will be full tilt for June and lead into what we need to have a great summer. So we did a lot of hitting, a lot of work, had a great winter, and I think our kids are reasonably in good shape.
Camel's non-tackling drill. What happened?
Just got hurt.
How do you feel like the defensive line played?
They're getting better. I was talking to Coach Hagan about today, and I just think it starts with Coach Hagan's a little bit of passion, and just like Coach Allen, got some confidence and juice, and he's got them playing hard, and quite honestly, that's the name of the game up front, number one, and with some of the inexperience, we got a few seniors, but some of those young guys, like Meminger and Belden and those guys, as young players, the harder they learn how to play, the better they're going to play. Jacob Robinson. So Mark, much like Tom Allen's bringing a lot of energy, a lot of confidence. He's not accepting it when it's not what he wants, but he's pushing those guys to play hard, and it starts with him. And like I say, I hugged both of them pre-break, said, glad you're here. And they said, glad to be here.
Talk a little bit about Ricky Brookins and his work ethic and his drive and what you hope you can get out of him this season.
Yeah, he's been good. Matter of fact, he played a little running back tonight. We put him all spring at slot receiver because we'd like for him to be able to play a little bit of both. And we actually, Devontae Williams, who could really play slot, played a lot of running back because we wanted to enhance his pass blocking. Ricky last year played all running back, and Camiel would have been a third piece. There was Mike Majette, who could be a guy that naturally could play receiver. So some of those guys, when you take those guys and you can move them around, you can get in different personnel settings, especially when we don't substitute and go fast, but it's different looks, and that's a really nice piece of the chess game that you would like as a coach. So Ricky's one of our best. We've got 6. And when you look at our team, you got maybe the best kicker and one of the best in the country. That's a walk-on player. Mitchell Page is awfully gifted walk-on player. Ben Bach, Alex Rodriguez has had an outstanding spring. Ricky Brookins, outstanding spring. Kenny Arnold at linebacker. Arthur Jones showed up several times tonight. Luke Timian, 82. We took 17 walk-ons on the bus with us at Purdue. I think we scored 9 touchdowns the last 3 games with walk-ons. As a matter of fact, there's some recruits out there tonight, and there were walk-ons, and I'm glad they're there. And I'm excited to have more of those guys join our team.
Are you going to have a lot of guys stay at school in May, or you kind of sometimes you give them off?
And I like to give you a little time off. And we got to give them what's called so many discretionary weeks where, hey, here's the weight room, but we can't kind of make you be here. There's 8 weeks of summer where we can say, like, okay, it's only 8 hours a week. So you get, 4 2-hour work days or whatever. And you start doing player practices 7-on-7. That's kind of June and July. And so we'll come back the next 2 weeks and lift really good. We'll do some nice team activities and team building to wrap up spring and to get them focused on finals. The finals week's basically a non-dead week. The weight room's open. And basically the month of May. We've got some guys, let's say, for example, Camiel Patrick, he'll be here rehabbing. T.J. Simmons coming off the knee scope will be here rehabbing. Some of those guys, because of the minor injuries, will be here to take advantage of the facility, also take advantage of the weight room and Coach Caton. So if you want to be here, you can. But we'll start up June 2nd, I think on that Saturday, Sunday, whatever's leading. So it's the 4th, because summer school cranks up on June the 6th, and we'll have 8 weeks of a summer cycle then.
I don't know if you found any walk-ons down in the stands tonight, but you brought a lot of fans out on the field and looked like you had some fun.
Well, I was trying to, because again, it's double-edged. You want to get some fan involvement, and it was kind of nice to get them down. And one, I thought we had a great turnout. I appreciate that. And it looked like the majority of the crowd wasn't here for this concert. So I appreciate just some of our local, just tremendous, and fans from, I talked to some people, came in from Chicago, came in from St. Louis, came in from Ohio, et cetera. So I appreciate that. But sometimes you need a little TV timeout. And when you're scrimmaging, you don't get it. So your kids, so I was trying to find a way to give a little break. but try to have some fun with it. I was also trying to, hey, come out here and kick a 60-yard field goal and put a little pressure on you. Or do a one-on-one pass rusher. I mean, because sometimes you put people in front of people, you just want to, it's another way to expose pressure and get used to being in front of people and performing and focusing on the task. But I love some of the kids that came out, and it's kind of nice to do that. I had fun with that. I'm glad we were able to do it. I'm glad the board worked with us to get the concert in here. I think if we go the weekend before this, we got a 50-50 chance of being cold. Typically, Little Five's been the next weekend. I don't care when they do it. I like working with them because, but I will say this was a challenging week for us because with so many things on campus to keep our kids focused when it's time to be here, get locked in because, this is such a, quote, social weekend. But I used it for our team because I think our team can have some success. And when you do, you got to handle distractions. And I was trying to say, okay, look, hey, you just won a game that no one thought you're going to win. Everybody's patting your back. Okay, come to work today. And it's Tuesday, and let's practice. And let's get better and go do it again. And so I tried to use this week with Little Five as a positive of learn how to manage all the stuff going on and still, when it's time to show up, be committed and show up and do your job for us.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few opportunities we missed, but, it's just something that we keep working on each and every day. And we're getting better, and we're seeing more takeaways from other guys, not just the same guys. So it's good to see.
What did you see there on that strip?
He just wasn't paying attention to me, and it's second nature to go for the ball. So
Offense didn't get a touchdown until the red zone stuff. How did you guys feel you played?
I mean, we gave up some big plays, but the jump balls, the down the field, they can go either way. And it's up to us on the front seven to get to the quarterback sooner so they don't got to worry about that. So, I mean, as a whole defense, it's on all of us, not just the corner.
How do you feel like that in particular is coming? You guys lost 18.5 sacks off of last year's roster. I mean, how do you feel like that pass rush is coming together?
I think they're doing a really good job. I think the depth's getting there. And we got a few guys that are banged up who are coming back healthy. And we got Rob McCray, who's not out there, and he's a really good pass rusher. So it's getting there.
Coach Wilson was mentioning after last Saturday's scrimmage he thinks you guys were tackling better, maybe just that day. But are you seeing better tackling forms, better tackling overall?
I think we're emphasizing taking an extra step, using the sideline, using the guy outside of us. And I think that's helping a lot. Just better technique and tackling. So
As part of that, just better angles.
Better angles, body position, front foot, near foot, up, not closing it off with your back foot. So I think that's a big deal. So
You guys have been
What do you think of the offense today?
Good. I mean, our offense is always good. Played fast, played hard, so did pretty good today.
Some of the younger second-team defensive line guys had some great pressure on the quarterback today. How have you, as a group, taken up with this new coaching staff?
Well, it's we're a downhill team, a lot different than last year. And our thing was, pass rush. If it helps our DBs in the backfield. If we get the quarterback all flustered, it helps them in the end. So I mean, it's a big priority for us.
When you're doing the one-on-one pass rush drills, a great move, and the crowd went crazy. Just take us through that, going one-on-one in front of a couple thousand people.
Yeah, well, I mean, each offensive lineman has a different, set, and Wes is one of my good buddies, strong kid, real strong, so I knew, he's probably going to try to smoke me, so instead of trying to bull rush, do a little pass and go around him, so, I mean, it depends who you go against, I think so.
What's the biggest challenge that you guys have during the summer now?
Stay consistent, get better, work hard. So.
Which quarterback impressed you most today?
I guess all of them. All of them we played.
First of all, how do you think you guys performed overall as an offense?
I feel like we did pretty good. I mean, it is spring, so we're still going to have a little couple bumps. But the most important thing is to keep improving, get ready for the season.
So you guys working with a couple of young guys. How nice was it? It's not great to have Dan Feeney and Jacob Bailey not out there, but how nice is it to have some of these young guys playing with you to gel with them? Just in case.
It makes me reflect. It's like being an old guy now, so it feels kind of weird. But just seeing those guys, like when they first came in, like their progress that they've made is just remarkable. And so it's really important to keep those guys going. So in the season, they're not just saying that we're going to sit on the bench. They want to actually come in and compete, and that's what makes the whole O-line better.
How do you feel like the quarterback's played, and how far have they come since day one?
Learning a new offense for especially Rich, I feel like they're making a lot of improvements. Most important thing, man, is as a team overall, is just getting better. So I feel like we keep doing that, then we'll be off to a nice season.
Which go ahead, I'm sorry.
On that first pass of Rich's, down the sideline, what did you? I mean, what was your reaction to seeing that? It was kind of, I think, the best pass that we've seen from him, certainly.
I mean, it's pretty nice. He has an arm, I mean, he wouldn't be here if he didn't. Big shoes to fill with Nate Sudfeld leaving. But there's no doubt in my mind that he can't fill those shoes or even go past those expectations.
You were talking about young guys a minute ago. Which young guys really stood out the most to you this spring?
No doubt, Simon Stepniak, Hunter Littlejohn, Devondre Love, all those guys, man. Even just getting guys like Delroy Baker, Tim Gardner in the mix early is important. I feel like we get all those guys rolling, then there's more competition.
What did you think of the fan involvement, just the way the fans were getting out there?
It was cool, man. Out of my 4 years, I feel like this might have been the best fan interaction that we've had. It was awesome to have so many people here supporting us, and hopefully we keep that going over to the season. So it was nice.
Did you know your punter had that much speed?
Yeah, man, he's an athlete. Yeah, he's pretty nice. A lot of those specialists, they don't really get a lot of the credit, but then again, a lot of them are specialists for a reason. But yeah, he's pretty athletic.
What impressed you most today about the offense?
Just the way that we were moving. We still had some guys on the O-line, especially, that wasn't here. So the most important thing was just getting better, getting set, and just trying to get with the tempo of the offense that we usually run.
And who impressed you most at quarterback today? I know a couple kids got a lot of snaps. What'd you think?
All of them, I really don't look back too often, but I feel like all of them did pretty well. So we'll just watch the tape and see what we can improve on.